going, guys? Welcome to another episode of Comic Blender. I think this is number 13, isn't it?
Number 13.
If you don't recognize this guy, this is the Bob's Comics. This is Bob. How you doing today, Bob?
I'm Bob.
Anyways, it was a big Marvel week, and if you're anticipating a lot of the Civil War titles, this was the week to be anticipating. Bob, what did you read this week that was spectacular?
You know, you say Marvel titles, and I'm looking down at the books that I have here, and you're right, I have 3 out of 5 books are Marvel titles. You know what? It was a hard week for me. So I have some honorable mentions that I'll go ahead and tell you about at the end here. But my first pick has got to be New Avengers number 25.
Awesome read.
Now, let me tell you, first of all, Bendis, and how do you say this guy's name? How would you say that?
I'd say Chung.
Chung?
That'll do it.
You know what? The artwork's good. Okay, I don't know how you say his name, but it's definitely good to the eye. I like to look at it. I kind of like that edgier kind of art anyways. Just, for example, my next pick also has the same type of art, so I really dig that. But back to New Avengers. Now, here we go. We have a story about Iron Man. Okay, we don't really focus in on many other players, but we got Iron Man in there. It's definitely a Civil War tie-in.
Yeah.
He's finds himself in a little bit of trouble.
Yeah, I'd say so.
And let's say it's about time, because I'm fed up with Iron Man. I'm unhappy with him. It's him and Reed Richards are doing their own thing. I think Marvel is really trying to make you hate Iron Man, and they've succeeded with me. How about you?
I'm here.
Yeah. Well,
I like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you wore his costume for Halloween. So, but anyways, he finds himself in a bind. You think it's probably going to be over for him. At the last minute, kind of, gets himself saved. I don't want to say much about it because I don't want to spoil it for anybody. Obviously. But the dialogue is kicking. The artwork's great. And I'm telling you what, if you pass up New Avengers 25, you're going to be kicking yourself.
You will. So I've read it a couple times. It was awesome. Like I said, there's a lot of Civil War tie-ins this week. However, my first pick is no longer a Civil War tie-in. Miss Marvel number 9 came out this week. Brian Reed's writing, and Mike Werdingo. You might be seeing him in the Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man if you're into the Spider.
Right.
You've been seeing him since the beginning of Miss Marvel's run. We've been seeing Carol having some inner conflict with herself and self-doubt, not to mention. But instead of staying away from the action with her doubts in herself and her powers and where things are going with the war, instead of staying away from the action, she charges headstrong into the battlefield, striving to make a difference. Whether that difference is for the benefit or not, it remains to be seen. Last issue, you see it closing with Rogue waiting for her in Carol's apartment. You think there's
sounds like there might be something going on there. Huh?
Something. We soon realize that, unbeknownst to both of them, there is an alternate Miss Marvel from a parallel dimension, making herself at home in Carol's apartment. She's just hanging out, taking a nap in the bed, whatever. She wakes up, things just hit the fan. Now the cat fight happens. Yes, there's nothing quite like 3 beautiful women beating the crap out of each other in the street, throwing cars at each other. It's a lot of fun. Takes up most of the book in this awesome fight. After all the hubbub, we get a taste of the future. And what I mean is, once they deal with the problem, they take the alternate Miss Marvel to the Xavier Mansion, where Beast is analyzing her and seeing what the whole deal is, why there's 2 of them and all this. Something strange happens as far as Beast is doing like a neural scan or something to Miss the alternate Warbird, and you see something not quite right. You see something that Beast takes note of and goes, hey, something's going on here. So we're going to see that plenty soon in the next issue, number 10. So I'm on the edge of my seat. But what was your next pick, Bob?
I went with Squadron Supreme, number 7. And let me give you a little bit of background about it. Supreme Power is probably one of my favorite reads of the past 5 years. Great series. I couldn't wait to read it every month. Late releases.
Yeah.
Marvel.
What can you do?
But incredible stories. Incredible. I loved it. And then they switched over to the new, friendlier Marvel Knights version of Squadron Supreme. And to tell you the truth, I was kind of disappointed with where it was going. The story just wasn't capturing me as much as when it was a Marvel Max title.
It's been leaving a bitter taste in plenty of people's mouths recently.
But I see they brought back the guy that caused him some serious pain in the first series. You know, he was ripping off the arms of all them prostitutes.
Right. Mm-hmm.
He's back. He's causing some problems, so I had to pick it up and take a look at it.
Awesome.
And let me tell you, I thought I was reading a Marvel Max title again. Okay,
awesome.
Besides the nudity and cussing,
yeah.
it was kicking.
Awesome.
That guy was just all over the place, causing some serious problems for the main guy here.
Right.
And it was just really incredible. Now I have to give the shout outs to Straczynski.
Mm-hmm.
He's still writing the series. I think he's finally found his magic again.
Right on.
And Gary Frank, the penciler. I love this guy.
Yeah.
Again, I kind of compared it to the new Avengers that I was reading earlier. It's really gritty. It's clean. The writing is the artwork is just killer. I mean, I just love this. So to give you a little bit of the background on the story without spoiling, because I hate spoiling stuff. Dave goes and goes and goes, but
I don't spoil nothing.
So here we got this bad guy.
Taste.
They finally get meet each other again. He's like, hey, I thought we locked you up. He's like, I'm out here doing my own thing and whatever I want to do. And he's hidden a nuclear bomb somewhere. And so
it's a bomb.
Basically, he's getting the beat down. So they finally find it and blah, 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 without really spoiling it. It's just a fight from the first page to the last page.
It's what you got to see in comics. Action.
So
sometimes it works with the story.
Before I turn over to see what your second pick is, I did say I wanted to give you some honorable mentions this week. What if the Spider-Man Other came out? Good read. A lot of Venom stuff in it. If you're a Venom fan, you might want to pick that up. Supergirl. A lot of teenage troubles, problems. I think the storyline's kind of written for a younger generation, but it's Supergirl. She's in that little skirt, and the artwork's great. The story was good. And finally, Invincible. I don't care what these guys say. I love Robert Kirkman. He's got his own opinion. If he wants to support whoever he wants to support, hey, go for it. But Invincible is a series that if you haven't been reading it, you're doing yourself an injustice. So
Kirkman always does a great job. He always does what he needs to in a storyline, and I always appreciated that. I never doubted that. The only thing I've doubted was that how you feel thing. Anyways, like he was saying, I sometimes go too close to spoiling things, but I'm going to try not to this time. Civil War 5 ran up and hit the shelf.
Woo! Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
It was awesome. Awesome. As you know, Mark Miller's tackling the writing chores, and art is covered by Steve McNiven, a new favorite of mine. I've been checking his stuff out. He was doing House of M stuff.
Oh, yeah, that's great.
Beautiful stuff. Anyway, as you may know, Spider-Man has been finding his way to the right side of this war. And he puts a good old whammer on the noggin of old Iron Man there before he makes it to escape. All right, that's the transition that he made to get to where he's going. The new Thunderbolts send out a few of their numbers to try to get on him.
What are these guys thinking? I'm telling you, Iron Man, what are you thinking?
Screw the heroes, let's hire some villains,
I mean, isn't there enough heroes out there? Come on. Venom?
Yeah, the fire's about to light, man, I'm telling you. You may have been asking yourself, where the hell is Punisher in all this? Without saying too much, look no further. He's here. Our favorite vigilante is in the action in the mainstream. They gave him his old costume,
yes,
with the sweet gloves and all that. Not the trench coat, and I'm dark Mr. Goth guy. It's awesome Punisher in it again.
Absolutely.
So finally, the war is on, and there's only 2 issues left before the end. So I'm guessing it's going to be action for the last 2. 5 and 6 are going to be nonstop in my foresight. I'm telling you the future here. So there we have it.
I got to mention something about that also. Did you see that Turner cover?
Oh yeah,
Civil War. Yeah, I would have picked Civil War myself as one of my picks, but I knew Dave took it.